Boink.
So we prepared ourselves, we prepared our product, and we have all of our knowledge about our apartment homes, our amenities, our community, and now we're ready to actually sell and rent our apartment homes. But in order to do that, we need to have some prospects who may actually come and lease with us. So where do we get prospects? Do they just know magically to come and see us?
Yeah.
They do? Is that how your prospects come?
They're magic.
I just get one and they just, here they are.
That's really cool. Is everybody else's come by magic wand?
No, we don't have one of those.
Sometimes they come by broom.
Definitely by broom.
The apartment guide, sometimes we'll have people hear about us that way, or just drive by.
Craigslist.
Yes, definitely. So
Residents refer people too.
ProMove.
that's a great one too. ProMove. I haven't heard of ProMove. Is that a local
It might be like an
company?
Atlanta thing, I guess,
Yeah,
just
I've never
Atlanta.
heard of that
They
either.
refer- It's a locator.
Well, our
It's a big
marketing.
locator on that.
It is, and those are super helpful in driving leads to your communities too. But we have a great marketing department with Bell, and they have incredible strategies, and we spend a lot of money as all CMs. I'm sure you guys know that line item on your budgets. The marketing dollars. It's very expensive, and we want to spend that money in order to get leads to us, but at the same time, we also want to know how our dollars are being spent and to be sure that they're effective. So in order to figure out how our marketing dollars are being spent, what's a question that we might ask our prospects to? How did you find out about us? Exactly. And when we ask these questions and we consistently document, then we can be sure that we're tracking where we're spending our dollars effectively and making sure that we're putting our money in the right places. So that's a question that we always want to be sure that we're asking prospective residents to get that data. So and again, with prospective residents, this goes back to our prospect surveys, and when we're talking with prospective residents, our surveys cover a lot of information, but one of the things that the prospect surveys don't cover directly necessarily is how we communicate with our prospects by telephone. And usually I would say, would you say that most of the time that's your first touch with your prospects is that they call you, or do you guys get a lot of walk-ins?
50-50.
50-50? Yeah. So do you find that you're able to bring those who call on the phone, what their effective ways? We've all seen them come in easily, and then we've all seen them, they're never coming in.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. So it's important, both because we want to do well on our prospect surveys and get the bonuses, but those communication skills by phone are going to help us grab onto the leads who have come to us from our marketing sources, grab onto them and entice them to come to our communities by showing them what amazing things we have in terms of our knowledge, in terms of our products, and that's going to get them to come to us. So we'll go over how we're going to have effective phone communications with those prospects. So the very first thing we do when we pick up the phone is our professional greeting. What kinds of things do you guys say when you answer the phone?
Thank you for calling the Oaks at Weston. My name's Marcia. How can I help you?
Perfect. Those are all 4 of our points for when we pick up the phone. We thank them for calling, as Marcia said. Tell them who they called, just in case, because I'm sure they're probably calling 4, 5, 10 apartment homes. Your name so they know who they're speaking with, and offer to help them, because that's really what we're there to do, is to help them find their perfect apartment home. So one thing that's important is to be careful not to rush through the phone greeting. Have you guys ever picked up called a place and you can even understand what they've said? You don't really know where you're calling because they're talking to you so fast. So have you guys experienced that?
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying because you feel it. How does it make you feel?
Right away, you're not off to a good start.
Mm-hmm.
No copy.
Yeah.
One of our competitors, they actually pretty much say, it's a great day here at whatever their apartment name is, and then my name is Cary. It sounds a little different, but it's not as personal, I don't think.
Right. Because they
say it over and over again.
Yeah.
Right.
So every time a resident calls, they're like,
becomes
really?
less
Well, I'm not
genuine
having a
over
great
time.
day.
Right.
My washing machine's broken.
Exactly, and that almost could potentially frustrate
It'll
people
be
more.
insulting.
Or it's the best when they answer the phone, they're like, it's a great day at blah, blah, blah. It's like, really? Because it doesn't sound so great.
Sounds like a miserable day.
That would just make me really angry if I was already upset.
Right. It's a great day. Really? Because my air conditioning is not working.
Really? Because they just sent my stuff out. And I paid my rent.
So, and that's exactly right. When people answer the phone in that way, it's not a great day, and you know it's not. And so, if you could start off your phone call with energy and sounding genuine, that you really do want to be there to help them, it's gonna project your phone call into the next step, which is where you're talking to them about what they need and trying to get them to come in to see you. So, what's one way we can tell them, we can show them that we're genuine and we're excited to help them? Smile.
Smile when you dial.
Why would smile when you
Love
dial?
it.
Awesome.
Smile when you dial.
Why would you smile on a phone when they can't see you because they're on the other phone?
They can tell.
They can? You think? Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's just like what Chris was saying. When they pick up the phone, they're like, it's a great day. You know, you can tell if someone's in a good mood or not, or you know, all that comes through on the phone.
Absolutely, absolutely right. And so that way we can be sure to start off the conversation right and to make sure we know exactly how we want to smile every time we pick up the phone. I have an awesome activity for you guys. You were yelling out your mantras earlier, and now you're going to be yelling out your greetings. I have this beautiful mirror with a wig on it. I'm going to pass it around to each of you, and I would like for you to look in the mirror and say your greeting to yourself. So we're going to start. Here we go. And then we're going to do it. And now we're done. Oh, it's so funny. So everybody probably felt a little silly doing it, but everybody was laughing while they were doing it. Good times.
Yay.
Great times. So every time you answer the phone, think of yourself looking into that hot pink wig in the mirror with the hot pink hair, smiling at yourself, and that will help you smile if you're having not such a great day at your community. There's our mirror with our lipstick. So after you've greeted the callers on the phone, if it's a prospective resident rather than an actual resident, you're likely to have two sorts of callers. One of the kinds of callers is really the ideal caller that we want, which is someone who knows some of what they want. They're ready to ask questions, and they understand that there are a lot of things that go into having an apartment home, and so they'd be glad to speak with us. And what's the other kind of caller we get?
What do you think?
Caller.
Your specials?
Special. Yes, exactly. So because the first one's way better, let's talk about that one first. So when you get on the phone with them, you've got this person, you're talking to them. You know that their time is valuable, so you don't want to spend forever going on a long conversation with them, but you do want to find out what it is they need and what their wants are. So you can start having a conversation with them. What kinds of questions do you guys start asking folks when they call you?
First move-in date.
How many people?
Mm-hmm.
Why they're looking at it.
Right. What's that?
When they're wanting to move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're looking for anything special.
Right. And then you start, as you build those first questions, then you start sort of digging down from there. What are the next level of questions that you'd be asking?
Why are you looking? Stuff a little more in depth like that.
Right.
Is there anything in particular that you're looking for in your apartment home?
Great
First,
questions,
second,
yeah.
third floor?
Yeah, great
Yeah.
questions. When you are kind of having a day, like Chris said, that it's not such a great day wherever you are, do you find it, is it easy to have those conversations, or does it start to be a little bit more challenging? Do you start to maybe just want to get the questions over with so you can get off the phone and get back to whatever it was that you're doing, and you start kind of laundry listing? How many pets do you have? What kind of dog is it? How many bedrooms do you need? Do you guys ever find yourselves doing that, or you maybe hear your leasing consultants doing that?
Yeah, it sounds kind of uninteresting sometimes.
Yeah, then that's what we really want to stay away from. In order to engage our prospective residents, we've already greeted them with a smile, we've already welcomed them with our greeting. So rather than start to laundry list them or interrogate them with questions about what it is that they may want in their home, we want to have a conversation with them in order to find out their needs, but also make them feel comfortable. Because who interrogates people? Police officers, and we don't want to be police officers. We have to do that enough even when we don't want to be on site. You know, beer at the pool and you've got a grill on your patio and all that sort of stuff, so we want to stay as far away from that as possible. So, and further, having that conversation with them, finding out what it is that they need in their home, that enables you to move towards finding that perfect apartment home for them, rather than just them reading them another laundry list of all of the available apartments you have. That can drive our Bell strategy of getting the perfect apartment home. So new research shows that prospective residents in the past, they wanted choices. They wanted all kinds of options for appliances and bedrooms and all these sorts of things. But now we are in an information age that's go, 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 go. People know what they want. They've done their research and they want exactly what they want. So it's our jobs to help determine what it is that they want, find that picture of what they have in their heads, and then match that to their home that's with us, the perfect one that's in that same place. So we're going to listen to 2 audio clips that are examples of first phone calls, and I'd like you guys to tell me which one is going for the Bell Perfect Apartment Home and which one is offering choices. The second one is the right answer. So, of those, which one did you think was trying to provide the perfect apartment home? Number two, yes. That's right, the one that did not provide the choices. Very good. So again, at Bell, we want to recommend the perfect apartment home for every resident. And in doing that, that's one of the ways that we distinguish ourselves from our competition, because I think we all find this, this is a newer way of doing it. That's why we teach it in this way. So, and a lot of folks are not doing that. They're giving everything under the sun that anybody could possibly want. So if you remember this, that you're helping this person find their perfect home when you're on the phone with them, then that will help remind you to ask questions, remind you to slow down, and remind you to be thoughtful about what it is that that you're talking with the person about, and really striving to find exactly what they need. So, speaking of the phone, does anybody know what level 1 is? Does anybody use level 1?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
What, can you tell, does everybody know what it is, or no?
I'm not sure.
Not completely sure.
Could you tell what level 1 is?
It's a service that answers your calls for you when you're unavailable and sets appointments for you and gives information.
Yes, exactly. It's a call center, but it's a call center that's focused only on multifamily living. So their associates go through an extensive training program for how to ask questions. When you contract with level 1, you give them a very detailed survey about your community. The training team actually toured the level 1 facility and saw how they train and saw how they answer calls, and it was fascinating, first of all. But it really is, it's an effective way to help get some of the initial information out to your prospective residents. And we have training on level 1 coming to you in Bell University.
That would be awesome.
This summer.
Yeah, it was supposed to be this month, but something else got bumped it out of the way. So it's coming.
Well, the book says July, so.
It might be later than that. Just
Summer.
FYI.
Fall.
The
2015.
latter part of the year.
Yeah, exactly. You can thank the reporting department for that.
Yes.
That training's good, Missile.
Yes, training's good. So we talked about 2 types of callers. We talked about the first type of caller, which is the one that we would prefer to have, and we talked about the other type of caller, which just wants to know what the price is. How do you answer, what's your price? Do you have specials? How much is it? How much is a 2-bedroom? What are ways that you can answer that question that could potentially draw them into a conversation?
Well, we have a lot of people, because some of my competitors, a lot of them are actually on Neil Star like we are. But one thing a lot of people, when they ask if we have specials, I'm like, well, actually, we're on